What is up, everybody? My name is Nick Peacewer, and welcome back to my channel. And in this story, I have another F5 countdown for all of you. I know I've been saying I'm going to do it for a while. I'm sorry for all the delays. Just like I said in my last video, I have been busy with work and a whole bunch of other personal stuff like that. But now, here's the video. But before this, I'm going to show you guys something. This new video that I got going up will be, I got this new video going up for y'all. If you can see that, tornado at the circus. I'm having to post that on my iPad because my iPhone was messing up earlier, but I think I got it fixed now, if I do say so myself. But in this video, we'll be talking about the May 3rd, 1999 Moore, Oklahoma EF5 tornado, because what is there to say about this monster? I mean, what isn't there to say about this beast? This thing, it's legendary. It's crazy. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And the craziest thing about this monster is that, hold on a second. I'm just fixing something real quick. Hold on. Sorry about that. I just had to fix something. But what is there not to say about this beast that hasn't already been said before? This beast will forever go down in the history books because this monster, it has been cited for having the highest wind speeds on record. Wind speeds over 300 miles per hour. This tornado impacted the communities of Bridge Creek, Moore, and the southern, a little bit of Oklahoma City. But this tornado, not only did it have the highest wind speeds on record, but it's one of the most devastating tornadoes to ever touch down. And it's just crazy to think that a tornado with that much, high wind speeds can touch down on this earth. But before I continue any further, here are some pictures of this monster so you can have an idea of the beast that we are going to be looking at today. But in this next clip, you're going to see me break down the tornado step by step and explain its aftermath and the outbreak and the legacy it left behind. But before I continue any further, in this, what you're going to hear me reading about is what's it called? Whenever you hear Dr. Josh Werman and the Dow mentioned up in the next, whenever I talk about the tornado step by step and I read this article to you guys, Dow actually means Doppler on wheels, and Dr. Josh Werman on this day recorded the F5 tornado that hit Moore, Oklahoma, and he recorded the highest wind speeds ever recorded on Earth. That Guinness World Record goes to him. That's why you'll see me talk about him in this next clip. He's also he also later on that day went in and got a tornado near Mulhall, Oklahoma. And you'll hear me talk about that in the next clip too. But I just wanted to add this in for you guys. Please enjoy the rest of the video. But wait till you hear some of the research about this thing right here. This tornado, the damage path it caused. Let me just take this into account. Let me read some of this to you. The tornado itself covered 38 miles. Craziness right there. During its 85 minutes lifespan, destroying thousands of homes, killing 36 people plus an additional 5 indirectly, and leaving $1 billion in U.S. damage, and ranking it as the 5th costliest tornado on record, if adjusted for inflation. And I just want to give you as much information I can as possible on this, because I just think this thing is so unique and so significant to weather history. This thing almost reminds me of the Galveston hurricane, and Typhoon Tip, and let me see here, and Superstorm Sandy. There's lots of storms out there that I think that are, excuse me, I apologize about that, but I just think that weather events like this throughout history are very unique whenever they strike, because these are once in a lifetime things. You don't get to see these very often. That's why in this video I'm trying to give you guys as much information as I can. Because, well, you know what I mean? Because there's people who want to learn about these type of things, and that's why I like, talking about these things. There's people who like to learn about these things, including myself, and there's probably some of you that like to learn about them too. That's why I'm glad that, there's people who take the time out of this day, because people are becoming, informed about these types of weather events. But on the evening of May 3rd, 1999, a large and exceptionally powerful EF5 tornado registered the highest wind speeds ever measured globally, just like I said a moment ago. Wind speeds were recorded at 301 miles per hour by a Doppler on wheels, just like I said how Dr. Josh Foreman just got that record right there. Holds the world record for getting that. Considered the strongest tornado ever recorded to have affected the metropolitan area. The tornado devastated southern portions of Oklahoma City with the surrounding suburbs and towns to the southwest. The tornado covered 38 miles during its 85-minute lifespan, destroying thousands of homes, killing 36 people, plus an additional 5 indirectly, and leaving $1 billion in damage. The first tornado of this outbreak touched down at 6:23 p.m. at that time in Grady County, roughly 2 miles southeast of the town of Amber. It quickly intensified to F4 and gradually reached F5 as reached F5 after traveling 6.5 miles, at which time it struck the town of Bridge Creek, Oklahoma. Yep. It fluctuated in strength, ranging from F2 to F5 before it crossed into Cleveland County, where it reached F5 intensity for a third time shortly before entering the city of Moore. Like I said, in time there has been 2 different F5s to strike, well, an F5 and an EF5 respectively. Because, 2007, how I explained a few weeks ago in one of my videos, how the enhanced Fujita scale and stuff like that. Yeah, so if I say F5 to EF5, if I say F5, it's before 2007, and EF5, it's after the enhanced Fujita scale got passed. Now let's see here, where was I? Oh yeah, it reached F5 intensity for a third time shortly before entering the city of Moore. By 7:30 p.m., the tornado crossed into Oklahoma County and battered southeastern Oklahoma City, Del City, and Midwest City before dissipating at 7:48, just outside Midwest City. A total of 8,132 homes, 1,041 apartments, 260 businesses, 11 public buildings, and 7 churches were either damaged or destroyed. A large-scale search and rescue operations immediately took place in the affected areas. A major declaration was signed by President Bill Clinton the following day, May 4th, allowing the state to receive federal aid. In the following months, disaster aid amounted to $67 billion. $1 million. Sorry about that. Reconstruction projects in the subsequent years led to a safer tornado-ready community, However, and like I said, remember how I told y'all that another F5 hit Moore, Oklahoma? Just wait till you hear this. However, on May 20th, 2013, nearby areas adjacent to the 1999 storm track, along with some of the areas in the path of the tornado, were again devastated by, another large EF5 tornado, resulting in 24 fatalities and extreme damage in southern Oklahoma County and the Moore area. My, oh my. And I'm reading this article to you guys, so that way you can understand this thing. Juicy stuff, ladies and gentlemen. And this is just juicy stuff to look at whenever you're looking at weather, if you like to study this type of stuff. But however, the Bridge Creek tornado was a part of a much larger outbreak which produced 71 tornadoes across 5 states throughout the Central Plains on May 3rd alone, along with an additional 25 that touched down a day later in some areas affected by the previous day's activity, some of which were spawned by supercells that developed on the evening of May 3rd. Stretching eastward to the Mississippi River Valley, the most prolific tornado activity associated with the May 3rd outbreak and the multi-day outbreak as a whole occurred in Oklahoma, 14 out of the 66 tornadoes that occurred within the state that afternoon, that occurred, within the state. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. That afternoon and evening produced damage consistent with the Fujita scale's strong tornadoes. F2, F3, and F4 and F5 categories, which in addition to the areas struck by the Bridge Creek Moore, Oklahoma tornado family, affected areas such as Mulhall. Remember how I told you that Dr. Josh Werman caught another ginormous tornado that day? There it is. Mulhall, Dover, and Stroud. I think that's how you say it. Please forgive me if you're watching this and you're from Oklahoma, if I'm butchering this wrong, please forgive me for this. I apologize. I apologize if I'm butchering this. On the morning of May 3rd, it's in one outlook. For the United States, the Storm Prediction Center based in Norman, Oklahoma, approximately 10 miles south of the tornado's eventual damage path, issued a slight risk of severe thunderstorms from southern Nebraska to central Texas. Has the SPC analysis has detected the presence of a dry line that stretched from western Kansas into western Texas, was approaching a warm, humid air mass over the central plains. The condition ahead of the dry line and connecting past over northeastern Colorado appeared to favor the development of thunderstorms later that day that would contain large hail, damaging straight line winds, and isolated tornadoes. SPC forecasters initially underestimated the atmospheric conditions that would support tornadic development that afternoon and evening. Boy, I would say so. Around 4 a.m. CDT, that morning, Doppler radar and wind profile data indicated a 90-knot, 100-mile-per-hour streak of elevated jet stream winds along the California-Nevada border. Through weather balloons soundings sent up the previous evening by the National Weather Service offices in the western U.S. and numerical computer model data failed to detect the fast-moving air current as it moved from the Pacific Ocean. In addition, the dry line was diffused with surface winds behind and ahead of the boundary, moving into the region from southerly direction. I apologize. The screen's so bright right now. I'm just I apologize for this, y'all. It's just so bright. I'm gonna have to turn the brightness down real quick. Hold on. There we go. But yeah. Let's see, where were we? Let me see here. Hold on real quick. Dry was diffused with service line winds behind and ahead of the boundary, moving into the region from a southerly direction. SPC meteorologists began to recalculate model data during the morning to account for the stronger wind profiles caused by the jet streak. The data acknowledged that thunderstorms would occur within the Central Plains, but disagreed on the exact area of the greatest severe weather risk. So yeah, like I said, I could go on and on and on about this, but I just want to let you know that all the stuff that this tornado did and what it done, or what it has done to, or what it did do, I apologize. I'm sorry for this. It's real late in the night. But what it did do and the impact it left behind. So yeah, that was the May 3rd, 1999 F5 tornado / outbreak. And like I said, I wanted to break it down for you step by step. And I will be doing another F5 tornado here pretty soon. I will be doing the, let me see here. I will be doing the Gerald, Texas F5 tornado next. I'll be doing that one next here soon. But I just wanted to take the time out of my day to, deeply research this for y'all. That way you can really think about how this tornado occurred, what the weather was like on that day, and just what the people experienced, and how like I always say in my video, how a day can just go from a normal day to this, because you see it right there. They disagreed on where the greatest severe weather was. I keep butchering my words. The greatest severe weather risk would be for the day. And that's why I always pay close attention to the weather whenever it comes to my area. That way I know where it's going to hit at. But thank you all for who tuned in to this video. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to check out my videos. And if you like the content that I make, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and share this video. Once again, thank you for watching. I hope you guys all have a great day, and just let me know if you learned a thing or two from this.